came for 2 weeks and they younger than you with a Bentley. Finna got in the like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. On my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap, got a
no court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like.
Yeah, that nigga's stupid, yeah. Hey, yo. Hey, fuck with Kyle, yeah. That nigga, wow, yeah. I was supposed to be the only one to do that, and I can't even do that. Oh. I'm hurt today.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They go play action here on first down. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. Still fighting for more. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-opening opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Second down, Winston. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
For that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. Some good, strong running right.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. finds Darkwa, taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucks have taken a first quarter lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here is the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. He's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's got room. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught by Meredith right side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
If I can't join you, nigga.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Bucks, Deshaun Jackson. Pulled in at the 24. Good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucks will get ready to go on offense. Well, these Buccaneers coming off a 4-game drop-off from a year ago, 9-7 in Dirk Cutter's first season to 5-11 last year. It's now 10 straight seasons without a playoff appearance, and in fact, they have not won a playoff game, Charles, since winning Super Bowl 37.
And in order for them to get back to the playoffs, they've got to go through their division, which is awfully tough and high-powered on offense. Atlanta, New Orleans, Carolina. So the Buccaneers made the investment. Jason Pierre-Paul from the Giants on the defensive side of the ball. Also picked up Bo Allen and Vinny Curry from the Philadelphia Eagles. So the defensive front taken care of. They also picked up Vita Vea, a massive defensive tackle from Washington in the first round of the draft. Then they picked up a couple of corners. They know that on the defensive side of the ball, that's where they have to make their biggest gain to chase down their division rivals.
Toss play to Sims.
Oh, shit, I got
some 7 up to midfield.
I got the whoops.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now Sims, that'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. If that didn't happen there, that play got swallowed up.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Complete. He finds Bray. And he's got this down to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Yeah, too low. Too low.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they run with Sims. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Buccaneer first, Winston to Brake.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become, so to speak.
Here's Darkwan. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to get him for a loss of about 3. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will make our score 9-0.
You gotta get it in.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10.
Back to back shit.
Breeze gonna throw.
And
he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Who that? What's happening with you, brother? Oh, they did not see
It's Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here.
That, bro.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Breeze now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. This is first and goal from about the 8. Try to pound it in, Kamara. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. They get it to him running left. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
In this Madden game, bro. It's 9-0, second quarter. Yeah.
So they're
Tampa
back
Bay
at the
versus
7
New
now for
Orleans.
third and
Tampa
goal.
Bay.
Now Breeze. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off.
Guarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to see where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So
through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Charles Sims, 75 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. We focus our attention here on the Saints offense as they come out. And last year, they were coming into 2017 with 3 straight 7-9 seasons. Well, they got it turned around. Won the NFC South at 11-5, won a wild card game, and then we all know the story. Heartbreak in Minneapolis.
But it's one that won't break this team, I don't believe. I think it's actually something that they can use as fodder for the season, as something to build upon. And when you think of New Orleans, you naturally think of offense. You think of Drew Brees. You think of Alvin Kamara last year as a rookie, making the big plays. Mark Ingram running the football, throwing it to Mike Thomas out wide. But the key to this team continuing to get better remains on defense. And I think it was shown in the draft when they made the big move and drafted Marcus Davenport out of UTSA to rush the passer. They know they've got to win their division, which means slowing down some high-powered offenses in Tampa Bay, Carolina, and Atlanta.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Breeze. Now Breeze wants the football. And the Buccaneers have it. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball is gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Jameis to throw it. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, now this from 43. And Santos yanks that one a bit. No good. Wide to the left for Santos. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Breeze now on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Gerald McCoy breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's going to go down again. Noah Spence in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
With it is Jackson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Caught by the tight end Watson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult, a nice second down for him.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Breeze now. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Ready? Got it!
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now Breeze. Lost the football, and the Buccaneers have it. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. Winston now after the fumble recovery. Right side caught by Jackson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a first down. Winston now from the 50. The ball knocked in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
13.
Throwing now is Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football.
Breeze getting his ass killed over there.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
Looking for again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
They'll run here with Sims. There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Charles Sims, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Oh yeah, see, you see that? You see my low
The
right
kickoff
there?
unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
I forgot number 2 was.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Breeze on the bootleg. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From midfield, here's Breeze. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Breeze now to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Put shit on, bro. Nigga, I ain't want no car, so I don't stay. You don't got nobody who.
He's going to
You can have this money, man.
No, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back
I'm in the
and see
down,
the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
On second down, here's Breeze. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Nah. Cause I feel like if niggas on GTA hit niggas can make them good for real. You just need 2 niggas for real. Niggas want this money, bro. If not, then yeah, then who gonna make some money?
Let's go now.
I need me a couple of that. What's up, cuz?
Ready? Black 22.
You down or what?
The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
I mean, you do that shit, ain't it?
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Gets past one man. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
No. Ain't my nigga, you trying to make some money with something. Okay.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Vinny Curry.
Okay, that is you probably been had that probably on no
of the afternoon.
No more
Following
than
the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
I ain't been in that joint for a minute, bro. I told you, fucking get this little
Toss play, Camaro. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
This other shit.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
Yeah, anyway.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. A strong running. Looking long for Thomas. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
In the interior of the defense, I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for loss.
To throw is Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now a toss. Kamara left side. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points. And that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, Winston. Now he's flushed out right. Now he'll escape to his right. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Winston. He finds Humphreys. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A Buccaneer first down as Winston hooks up with Humphreys.
What you told me that shit. That's a shit.
Scrimmage the 37 on 1st and 10.
Fuck, want to do that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Like 50, I got
right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw is Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
That's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On 2nd down, Ingram will fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
We got the big student jump.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
21-6.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
He driving, though.
And then
Breeze now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. It's caught on the right side and Smith. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
I got
that catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Just one yard bust.
The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. On play action, it's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked 30, 20,
Yeah.
10, 5, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Hell nah, nigga. Yeah, that nigga hell yeah, nigga. Oh shit, man.
Good starting field position as they come up here first and 10.
He's smiling and nothing.
Breeze now. Finds his man Watson over the middle. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake. Breeze. On the crossing route, complete. That's Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Breeze now on first down. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
You always been a pass and nigga easy. Bro.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah.
Following the penalty is Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On play action. Now Breeze. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Gerald McCoy getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Breeze got to have this one. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers' defense holds and they get the football back. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Been a very strong performance for them really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dap, then a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
You have blue what?
They'll toss it out to Sims. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action. Winston. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Damn, my out of my chest. They got shot. They were big games.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Rolling to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Jordan coming off a Pro Bowl campaign in 2017. 3rd time he's had that honor.
And he continues to play better and better as his career extends. Think about it this way. 4th in the league last year in sacks with 13. Helped the New Orleans Saints defense improve overall and help lead them to the playoffs. And now he shares Pro Bowl honors with his father, Steve, who was a Pro Bowl tight end in the NFL.
He's going to fire one deep over the... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Kendall Beckwith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Gerald McCoy. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Here's Breeze to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keith Tandy. And he will score.
I think
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw out and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
Oh, shit.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 34. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On the ground, Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze.
Yeah, I think that's
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I want to
First down is Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Good D, bro.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll go on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake to Sims. Now Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Now it's Ginn. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Because I know when you ready to give a mark.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
I don't know why it's something.
They toss to Ingram.
I want to go at me.
Oh, now he bowls him over. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
What the fuck?
Ingram again, a first down carry. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now...
And barreled his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Mark Ingram taking it in. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
21, 12.
Play action. Breeze. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And They'll take over at the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I won't be that nigga. That's dude out.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Winston here to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Ginn. And now running right through it. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Oh, he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
You niggas, they hate it. I told you.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here.
I feel like we're gonna bust these niggas' ass right here. That whole cap right, nigga.
They'll try to run the Ingram.
Oh my
God, he's going to get in for the score, and the lead now cut to 14. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
So out come the Bucs now. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use him.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 40 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Yeah,
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. One final try here for Reeves. Flips to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Bucs, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Not to lose it one more time. I know good shots, they don't shoot like that. No ass nigga. Fuck on with that snow. Like that nigga cold, man. Cuz, anything.
Tell his ass up, though. The damn, running back.
Punk ass up for the don't do that, my nigga. Yeah, I thought I was something in there. You was stunning on me too much, cuz. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, you ain't shit, my nigga. I fucking did dumb shit. But he just, I told you, he went ape shit. Man, he just did some dumb shit. Get that nigga, you gonna cut? You had me lost, man. Who you was guarding it? Oh my gosh, my nigga. Yeah.